right, that was a bit of a mess. There goes all my resin. I did manage to finish glassing in the V-berth hatch from the outside, but with the sun baking down and with the wind, that was just a mess. I think I'm gonna be waiting until either it's less windy or it's less hot, or Kika can help. Probably 2 out of those 3 things need to happen before we glass in the V-berth hatch. Look who's here today.
Look who's here today. I'm here to help. Kika's here to save the day.
Pretty much.
My red emergency phone rang, and I've heard somebody say,
Kika, I need you now.
and so I was like, Kika, put your cape on. Well, no, I'm talking to myself. Let's go. So, yeah, what's the plan today?
Today it's less windy. Kika's here, and we're starting earlier in the morning, so it's cooler. So I think we're gonna have a better productive day. But we're gonna start by pulling off the peel ply and the plywood from what I did yesterday and see how it works and see if there's anything that needs to be like adjusted or modified. And then we're gonna do the V-berth. So template, cut glass, put the plywood in, seal it off, glass it in,
Yeah,
and we'll be done.
sounds like a fun day.
I know all of this like looks like it only takes 15 minutes in a video, but it takes all day. Like, Kika's just really
Power
good.
of editing.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. Oh, it feels good today, though. It's not windy, it's not hot, it's not cold. It's a good day to work outside the boat.
So this is my mess. This is all the resin that like got blown over. Ah, but this turned out pretty well, I think. I was looking at the contour of it yesterday, and like it contoured, like the contour of the hull is perfect. So just a tiny little bit of fairing, and you'll never even know we had one.
Yeah, it looks nice.
It's not glued from the bottom yet, so I'm not gonna like really jump on it because it's just the top. But we can peel this off. It looks really good. Dark in here, man. So I did end up adding some screws because the hot glue like held the plywood on, but there was still a little bit of a gap like right along the edge. So I used some screws just up into the bottom to push that plywood a little bit tighter. Seemed to work pretty well, actually. Oh yeah. Ta-da. All right, so this looks like it did the same thing as the other one, where like the resin on the bottom doesn't fully cure until the plastic's off, and I don't really know why. So this is still kind of sticky. But it's not the end of the world. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Oh, that worked out perfectly.
You can see the texture of the plastic.
Yeah, just the resin's hard, but there's always just like this sticky whatever that kind of oozes out to the end. It's there, and then once you pull the plastic off by this afternoon, it'll be just as hard as the other side. But again, the contour is like perfect. And that's why I did so many layers of chop on the bottom, is to fill up like that gap, which means we can grind this down smooth again. And then when we glass over the whole cabin liner underneath, we'll like maybe add one extra layer here first, and then do like 1 or 2 layers over top of it all. But yeah, it worked great. So I think the same plan we're gonna do on the V-berth hatch today. So the only difference is I think I'm going to cut another sheet of thinner ply, maybe the piece that we already used on that hatch, to fill in inside, because there's 4 or 5 millimeters of glass. Like I tapered it down a bunch, but there's still a lot of glass here. It's really thick. That's what you get when something's made with a chop gun mat, where they just sort of like spray it in and there's no like woven roving in the cabin top at all. So you get variations in the thickness. So we're gonna kind of like match that thickness probably with just some plywood, and then maybe do the same thing, just fill it full like 6 layers of chop strand first. It's probably easier to do it from the top than it is from underneath after. So yeah, maybe we'll just do chop strand. That seemed to work okay. But yeah, cover this in plastic, screw it up in there, and then start glassing from the outside again. That's the plan. Should go faster today.
We'll see.
We'll see.
So templating, do you want me to do the same thing as the windows where?
Yeah, just tape it big, and then draw a line here, and then draw a line on the edge of where we ground. And then you're gonna do the same thing. It's 6 layers. Before you do that, before you finish taping that, can we switch? I'm gonna hand you this piece of plywood, and you're gonna kind of like stand on it. And I'm gonna trace the hole. So can I switch with your Sharpie?
Yeah.
Before, yeah, because otherwise.
Here.
Yeah. Okay, so just line it up. Kika?
Yeah.
Can you line it up so at least one of the edges I don't have to cut? So like maybe this edge on the front, like.
I think maybe twisting it.
No, just like.
Oh, right, okay.
That. Yeah, that's good enough. And then just kind of step on the front edge a little bit. Perfect. All right, we're good. All right, you may continue where you left off. All right, so I just temporarily, with like 2 screws, put the piece of plywood up from underneath, and it looks like it's gonna work pretty darn well. The screw technique, I think, works a little bit better than the hot glue technique, because you can really like cinch it down like right along the perimeter, and then it's like a nice close fit. The difference is there's so much glass on the underside, underneath the balsa up here, that we're gonna use another piece of 4mm ply. Hopefully it fits. Doesn't look like it's gonna. I'm gonna have to trim this down to sort of fill in that gap a little bit more, just because it's much more difficult because of the weather to do glasswork outside. We're not gonna be putting like 8 layers of chop strand out here just to fill up that gap. We'll do that from the bottom once this all cures. So for now, I just need to like get this piece of plywood to fit. Looks like it wants to, if almost will fit. Perfect. Yeah, that'll help out a lot, actually. Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Is that all the glass?
Yep.
Well, that's good
Pass that to
timing.
you.
Me just finished. Hey.
Super. Are you ready to get resined up?
Resined up.
Resined up.
Super. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good timing. I literally just finished like screwing the
Perfect.
attach in.
Yeah, it went relatively straightforward because I've done this before. We literally is the same process we did for the port lights.
All right. So we need to go get resin and catalyst and filler and gloves and set up a shop.
Are we doing this here
No,
again?
we're doing it all outside.
Outside?
I could set you up to mix in here maybe.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
All right. And break.
All right, let's see how this looks from outside. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice. 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 I don't think I need to push it up from the inside. I think it'll be just fine. All right. Now we need to cut and trim the balsa. Get some resin, get some filler, get some rollers, start going to town. That way, I feel like I'm gonna want to push up in the middle. I think something like here in the bottom, I wanna push up with like a stick to connect like here to here. I'm gonna use this so we can get the curvature correct.
Beautiful.
We need to put that piece of wedgie wedge up underneath from the bottom.
Yeah.
So let's
Put something on top. I don't think it's gonna fly away.
don't say that out loud. Why does it be windy? Just leave the camera rolling. If it rolls away, we'll know where it went. So, because it's like 2 or 3 different compound curbs, this piece of plywood is sort of saddling, like it's kind of pushing down in the middle right here. So from the outside, it has a little bit of a saddle to it. So we're gonna try to like ask it nicely to go back up so that we don't have to use a bunch of fairing filler later to fix it. No, but it's supposed to apply some spring friction. And we're gonna push that down to like, there you go. Yeah.
Okay. It just marked the first piece of it.
I'm gonna go trim this real quick. Not done there. And cut. Alright, let's try this again. Middle. Yeah. You go like this.
Boom. Beautiful.
Push up. Like hold it. Here we go. Nice.
All right.
One
Super.
second. Yeah, now
Oh,
this
I
is like
see.
better to the heart.
Now I need to mumble my way out. Mumble number 5.
Yeah, that's much better actually. You can start mixing, yeah?
Yep. All right. Where was it? Ah, that looks good.
Super happy with that. There's like kind of a little bit of like an indent like here on each side, but we can just fare over that.
But also, if you think about it, the window, the hatch is
exactly.
going to come right on top of
I'm
it.
super happy with that.
Whew.
Thanks for your help. Went much smoother.
Did it? Nice.
Trey didn't spill glass. The glass didn't blow away.
Because you had extra hands to hold everything that wanted to blow away. What's the next step from here?
Well, we just got our roll of glass delivered. So now we can, tomorrow, pop off the underside of this one and then start doing like the balsa core along the sides and then start glassing a few layers on the underside of our deck to help stiffen it up. The balsa core on the side is going to make a difference just because like it's the sort of sidewall that holds up the cabin top. So if the cabin top compresses, it pushes the sides out. So adding some balsa there and stiffening that up is going to help a lot. Also like filling in and fairing all the little impressions in the cabin top and then putting a layer of glass is going to help because that applies the tension to the bottom, including glassing underneath here because this is just on the top. So that'll also help stiffen it up. And then we'll decide if we want to do like ribs or anything like that along the cabin top. We don't want to lose too much headroom because
some people, for some people
it matters to some of us in our relationship.
Right now, there's no windows, no
Holes.
Ventilation inside of the boat. It's
And no
basically
holes.
a cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're definitely gonna be wearing respirators when we glass the cabin top.
Yeah.
And then start putting holes back in the boat again, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. It might be nice to just keep it all shady this summer and just dump some air conditioning in through like the
Through the mast and then not have the mast.
and then just call it a day and just leave the AC running out here. I think that'd be great.
I mean, I feel like we don't really need to cut out until we have the new hatches that we're going to install. There's no point cutting out the new holes. So
probably
just keep it until the end. It doesn't really matter.
It's probably true.
We're going to make a mess eventually anyway, so.
We got like a little where the chimney is to patch up, but generally speaking, the deck is completely sealed now. So it's kind of a clean slate for us to start from scratch. That's exciting. So now the only water coming out of the keel is going to be when we hose down the inside of the boat. So that's that. I guess I'm gonna go drop you off and then we'll see you guys next week.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ugh. Oh, my knee.
Yeah, I'm starting to get sticky in it too. Oh, ow.
Ow. Oh.
Is it stuck?
Is that what it feels like to wax? Ow. Ow. Ow.